Why is it showing like this? Anyway, there we go. Let me see if everything's running smoothly on YouTube. Mm, yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. All right, let's put some beats in the background and yeah, I'll get down to my top down analysis in a few. All right, yeah, all right. Mm, mm, mm. So, what do we have here? What do we got? What do you got? So let me step back a little bit and see what I'm going for the daily, right? Oops. So we have this imbalance that we mitigated it somehow, but I still see some further mitigation step in. We have the previous day high we just took. My G, are you gonna select? All right, cool. I'll go to the lower time frame and select that. But one of our daily objectives has been achieved. We are currently bullish. Hold on. However, we are at the top of the range, so it's possible that we could see some lower prices. But that's real long-term shit, though. It's long-term talking. But that's enough for me to be like, okay, cool, yeah. We already took out the previous day high. So let's see what I'm going for the hourly. Yeah, I've already mapped out these levels. Ain't much changed. I'm gonna go down to the 12 minute. This was this higher time. So look, this 1570 here was this swing up here. However, the mitigation's pretty deep. So I do see, ooh, I want to show you guys this as well. I do see this getting taken. And I want you guys to note something too. I've been seeing a lot, whenever you see equal highs, but the lows responsible for these highs are not part of the same structure, they usually get liquidated. It's different, let's say these lows, or these lows here. It's different if this was within the range. What range am I talking about? Within this range. Because then you would anticipate the liquidation of both of these lows responsible for the equals highs. But when it's usually the second low, when that's not part of the same structure, so we see price break structure to the downside here, but then the second low broke structure to the top side here. Whereas if we were in the range, we would still be within, you know, how would I explain it? Within this, right? So that's the structure I'm talking about. If we were to consider like a valid equal highs run both lows type shit. But that's something they should back test. So that's why I'm anticipating this. There's probably a little origin of the move here, but we've already mitigated it. What do we know? When we trade near a high time frame high, we usually see a pullback. But that's the 12 minute. As for what's happening right now, I wouldn't consider buying anything here. Simply because, as well as the fact Yeah, I'd wait till we get to like, what's that? 480, around 480, sweep these lows, and then look for a move back up. But ultimately to end with a liquidation of this low because this low is weak. It failed to put in another high. Currently, that's what it's doing. But that's on a 12-minute thing. That's on a 12-minute. That's not even, that shouldn't even be like, whoa, what zone am I marking? What am I marking out? Wait, let me see the hourly real quick. Yeah, all right, cool. So that's my let's say like a daily decision. This is still a higher time frame zone, so I'm gonna make this that, and I'm gonna mark out the origin of the move to just like somewhere here. So those are areas in which I'm willing to do my little thing in. Yeah. Right now we are within the swing here. We tap the 50 and we see a rejection out. We're gonna, ooh, we even tap into the origin, the 50% of the origin as well. Now, in this very present moment, 1 minute structure, we're currently trending down, but it's a higher time frame pullback. That's all. I want to keep an eye out for this high because this high is not part of structure. So this is a potential target for us to take. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. We did we close below this low? Oh, would you look at that? So I think what was responsible for that low right there? Well, look at you. More specifically, this high. So yeah, my bias right now. Fuck that. It's not even my bias, dog. What price is showing me? What price is showing me is that it wants to go higher. But of course, we let it do its thing. Plus, I'm only on the 12 minutes, so it's gonna take some time. But let's see what the 1 minute's saying. So we're currently downtrending. That's a fact. I'm gonna wait. So on a long term, trade idea is for this low to be taken. Tap into. We have the origin of this move up here, but that right there, my friend, is a stretch. That's a stretch. I'm gonna look for this origin here. The 70% of it. Yeah, I don't think we tap into the 70%. Let's see. I'd look for a move there. Oh, we didn't even tap into the 50. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, that's where I'd be willing to take a trade on the 1 minute. But finna move down to the 5 second real quick. But let me make sure I'm not missing nothing. We have a higher time frame range here. I'll swing, whatever. Damn, is my mic muted? Oh, thank goodness. Cause I thought it was, but oh well. We have this S&D responsible for the break here. So my shorts would be up above, what's this, 580, 580 to 590 region, somewhere around there. Let's see, is that it? Before I step to the 5 second, am I missing anything? Let me not be too hasty. Let me not be too hasty. Let me make sure that, man, yeah, because the very fact is that we are making structure is bearish, but it's a higher time frame pullback, so we also keep that in mind. So we got one, two, right. If we understand order flow, then we can see a potential reversal up here. Okay, cool. So let's just okay. Let's see what 5 second is talking about. We've been mitigating this zone here. We tap the 50 here. We've got like the origin here that's still left untapped. Well, I'm gonna have to verify the zone in a 5 second, but I wanna see like a cheeky move here. You know, sweep these lows there. If that fails, yeah, I can't lie, everything here has been mitigated. We have, you know, some small thing here, but I'd much rather wait for this low to be swept. I wouldn't put my money there still. Alright, cool. Let's see the 5 second. What's the 5 second doing? Is this zone? Is this zone? Zone? Yeah. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna remove it, but for you guys to see, we're mitigating this zone here. Oh, wait, am I mistaken? Oh, no, 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 no. Cool, cool. So we just, you see that 50% tap? Let me just remove this from my screen. Right there. Phew. Shit crazy. You know that? Shit is crazy. So, Brandon, go on, bro. Yeah, so I'm looking for this to be taken out. Let me also figure out, yeah, and this is where I'll be looking for shorts. Um, but this is still a bit iffy. Like I said, this whole top-down analysis was a bit too quick. It was a bit too quick because you need to understand where we are within the range. This is the middle of the range, the 1 minute range at the very least, right? On the 5, we had a body closure above here. Look. We had a body closure above this high, and look where price has been all this time. Check it. Hold on. Let me make this a different color so you guys can see clearly. We've literally just been around this. Look, up, down, up, down, up. So but it's cool. I'm gonna duplicate this and put the 1 minute, not 1 minute, 1 second chart here. Just want to see what your swings are looking like. That's all. But apart from that, that's pretty much my analysis done, you know. Okay, that's the break. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we take out this low and we see our liquid confirmation, I'm gonna take it. But it seems like, yeah, we've created a new. So never mind all these swings here. I'm gonna see what I go on for this extension down, and then we'll judge it from there. But ooh, I'm not even connected. Your boy isn't even connected. There we go. Whoa, is that news? Oh shit, I didn't even check. Let me see. Let me see. Uh, yeah, I need a body closure there, please. But I don't think there's any news going on. That's the break. Got 1, 2. I want to see at least another push, like 2 pushes down. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking for a body closure right there. But you know, when we you see when we're in these range environments here, you need to understand that you don't want to be involved in the middle of the range. Your best place to be is at the extreme ends of them. As you can see, if you sold at the extreme here, you would have, you know, that move would have put you in profit. Look at the extremes here, you would have been in profit. Extremes here, you would have been in profit. The extremes down here, you would have been in profit. The extremes down here, you would have been in profit. The extremes down here, you would have been in profit. All with the rules of top of the range, bottom of the range. Now look, if you had entered a position within the middle of the range, price would have just would have been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and most likely you will have mismanaged your entry. So, you know, if you're studying DTFX, then it's a rule to not execute in the middle of the range and to only short or sell at the top of the range and buy or long at the bottom of the range. So let's see what we're saying. We have the break right there. That's one. Yeah, this is gonna dump, bro. This is gonna dump. I'm not. This is unlikely to happen unless you know it makes really small swings. Then cool. But one, two. This is three right here. I want to see this get taken. See the fourth pullback. Uh, I'm not willing to take that. But that is my confirmation there. Let me see what the 1 minute center though. Simply because of what, man. I'm looking for this low to be taken. Mm. One, two, three, four. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, that's dope. So the only reason I didn't take this entry was the 4 to 6 swings and what? Medsing where I'm at in the range helped me out a lot. Always zoom out. For real though, for real though. It's all about knowing where you are in structure. That's the reason why I even went through the whole top down in the beginning, because without that top down, you'll be lost on the lower time frames. You'll be lost. Okay, cool. So I missed this entry here. This was actually, you know, part of my rules, but whatever. We'll find another entry. Forget this. We still have some areas below us that are unmitigated. Uh, one, two. Eesh, this was a dump. Let me see what the 1 minute saying. I want to see, yeah, the next. Ooh, you know, there's toilet people, right? Toilet, but that shit. Chasers, people that chase price. You want to see them might get taken out. If you look on the 1 second, did we even get a closure above here? Yeah, I'm looking for these guys to be taken out. Mm, God damn. Mm. Yo, what are the reasons to consider when to wait for a sweep or not? What is a sweep in DTFX terms? What needs to be swept? So, the reason for, okay, for one, the reason why you need to wait for a sweep, no, you don't need to. You can do what you want. But the reason is like, you know, as part of DTFX rules, like it's best to wait for a sweep because usually after a sweep, that Bro, just look. I mean, bro, there's so many examples, G. What have we been doing ever? Yo, we've took this low. What did price do? Pull back into the range. We took this low. What did price do? Pull back into the range. We took this low. What did price do? Pull back into the range. We took this low. What did price do? Pull back into the range. We took this low. We took this low. Pull back into the range. Pull back into the range. Like you see, it's happening over and over and over. So the reason why, it's one of my rules too, to wait for something to be swept is because now you can anticipate that large move back into the range. The probabilities of that price moving in your direction is way higher, way higher. So when you backtest this, you don't even need to backtest it, bro. You can see a live vote. Like it happens all the time. Go into the 1 second time frame if you got access to it. Gee, it happens all the time. Now, where's price at? And what needs to be swept? Okay, cool. As regards to what needs to be swept, if you're longing, you're looking for a higher time frame low to be swept. If you're shorting, you're looking for a higher time frame high to be swept. And when I say higher time frame, it's relative to the time frame that you're on. But it should be really easy to spot. Really and truly, it's either okay, the low, at least it has to be valid. What do I mean by valid? It has to have broken above a high. For example, this low is valid because it broken above this high. This low is valid because it broken above this high. This low is even valid because it broke above this high. This low is valid because it broke above this high. You know, uh, that's how I choose which lows to use. For example, I'm going to show you an example of what low you should not be using. Like right here, 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 right here. You see how this high, you can't use this high. If you're shorting, you can't use this high because this high isn't valid. It didn't put in a low. Oh shit. No, let me just actually look at structure real quick. See, I'm jumping to conclusions. Exactly. We needed a body closure below this low here. So you can't use this high to say, okay, cool, I'm gonna wait for a sweep and then look for a move back into the range. Yes, it will happen because of course on the lower time frames, that is, we had a body closure here. However, that move that you're anticipating, it's not gonna be like this or this or this. It's relative to the time frame. I think that's about it though. But bro, rather than asking me, the charts could explain it better than you. Backtest that, bro. But of course, I hope you understand it. Ask questions as well. You feel me? But the best entity that can answer your questions is the charts. It's the market itself. You feel me? I'm only gonna give you my own understanding of it. But the market is the true unfiltered knowledge version of whatever your understanding may perceive. That's what you need to, that's the source you need to be grasping that understanding and that, discretion from. Feel me? So what about the structure inside the zone, such as S&D, etc.? Do you wait for a sweep inside zone? Usually the sweeps that I look for happen outside of a zone. So by the time price sweeps that low, then it drops down into a higher time frame zone. But of course, yes, I think, yeah, look, check it. Even in here, we was inside a zone. We had this low that tapped into the 50. I was waiting for this low to be taken. We had this low over here that was just that was valid. I was waiting for this low to be taken. So it don't really matter where. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it doesn't matter where because it does matter. But as long as your narrative, aligns with your decision making, then yeah, definitely always wait for a low to be swept or a high to be swept before even making the decision to be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna enter here. Just your ex yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Just your experience can help. Can, can come to help for real. No, 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 I get it. I get it. I get it. Because you see, it's when it comes to content on DTFX, it's very rare, especially someone that knows what the fuck he's talking about. That knows what he's talking about, that is very rare. But I'm glad that it's not as saturated and it's not full of litter. You can search DTFX on YouTube, bro. The only thing that you actually see search up is Dave Teacher's channel, right? I know Hunter comes up, and that's pretty much it. I can't even lie. Like it's not littered like ICT stuff where there's just a bunch of people that think they know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing. You feel? So that's one thing I appreciate. It's very the quality is still there. But the only reason why the quality